Emma had always felt a strange connection to a place she had never been. Her grandmother, Julia, often told stories of a distant land called Ireland. The tales were filled with green fields, cosy villages, and a sense of community that seemed almost magical. Emma's family had left Ireland long ago, and now they lived in a bustling city in America. But the pull of her roots was strong. After graduating from college, Emma decided it was time to visit the country of her ancestors. She packed her bags, full of excitement and a little bit of fear. The trip was long, but Emma was ready for the adventure. She wanted to see where her family came from and understand more about herself. When Emma arrived in Dublin, the capital of Ireland, she was amazed by the mix of old and new. The city had modern buildings, but there were also beautiful, ancient churches and cobblestone streets. Emma felt a sense of familiarity, even though everything was new to her. She stayed in a small hotel in the heart of the city. The first few days were spent exploring Dublin's landmarks like the Guinness Storehouse, Trinity College, and the lively Temple Bar district. Emma tried traditional Irish foods like shepherd's pie and soda bread, feeling closer to her heritage with every bite. One day, Emma visited a local archive. She wanted to learn more about her family's past. After searching through old records and documents, she found a name that caught her attention: Seamus O'Connor, her great-grandfather. The records showed that he lived in a small village called Dingle, located on the southwest coast. There was also a note mentioning a family heirloom, something her grandmother had never mentioned. With newfound curiosity, Emma decided to visit Dingle. She boarded a train, watching the countryside pass by. The green fields and small villages looked just like the stories her grandmother used to tell. Dingle was a charming village with a rich history. The locals were friendly, and many still remembered stories about the past. Emma met an elderly woman named Maureen, who had known her great-grandfather. Maureen welcomed Emma into her home and shared memories of Seamus O'Connor. Maureen told Emma about a hidden box that Seamus had buried under an old oak tree before he left for America. It was said to contain important family items, possibly the heirloom mentioned in the records. Emma was determined to find it. With Maureen's guidance, Emma found the old oak tree. She dug carefully, and soon her shovel hit something hard. It was a small, rusty box. Emma's hands trembled as she opened it. Inside, she found letters, photographs, and a beautiful locket. The letters were from Seamus to his wife, written during the difficult times of war. They spoke of love, hope, and a promise to return one day. The photographs showed a young Seamus and his family, smiling despite the hardships. The locket contained a small, faded picture of Seamus's wife, Emma's great-grandmother. Reading the letters and seeing the photographs made Emma feel a deep connection to her ancestors. She realized that their struggles and dreams were a part of her own story. The locket, now a treasured family heirloom, became a symbol of the enduring bond between past and present. Emma spent the rest of her time in Dingle, learning more about her family's history. She visited places mentioned in the letters and met relatives she never knew she had. Each new discovery brought her closer to understanding herself and her heritage. When it was time to return to America, Emma felt a mix of emotions. She was sad to leave, but also filled with gratitude and a sense of fulfillment. The journey had given her more than she ever expected. She had reconnected with her roots and discovered the strength and resilience that ran in her family. Back home, Emma shared her experiences with her family. They listened to her stories, fascinated by the history she had uncovered. The locket was passed around, admired by everyone. Emma knew that her journey had brought her family closer, bridging the gap between generations and continents. Emma's trip to Ireland had changed her. She felt more confident and connected to her identity. The experience inspired her to learn more about other cultures and histories. She decided to pursue a career in international relations, hoping to build bridges between people from different backgrounds. Emma's journey of self-discovery had just begun. She knew that understanding her roots was the first step in understanding the world. With a heart full of memories and a mind open to new experiences, Emma was ready to embrace whatever the future held. Years later, Emma returned to Ireland with her own children. She showed them the places she had visited and shared the stories she had learned. The locket was still a cherished family heirloom, a reminder of the enduring power of love and connection. Emma's journey had become a part of her family's legacy, inspiring future generations to explore their roots and discover the world.